Well, how y'all doing this morning? Hope y'all having a blessed morning. Yeah, so my thoughts this morning are going out to the families in Texas where they had that elementary school shooting. And that really hit home with me because I'm originally from Connecticut. And years ago, they had the same thing happen at Sandy Hook. All right? Let's not forget Sandy Hook. All right? Where they went in and shot up a bunch of people, kids. It seems like these nuts, when they go off, they hit for the kids, the innocent kids. You know, I really think that schools ought to have it to where you can't come in. Doors are locked where you can't come in, but you can go out. There are schools that do have doors that are like that. I think in this day and age, we need to have more doors like that on our elementary schools where you can get out in case of emergency, but you can't get in without calling and letting the office know you're coming and why. All right? There's a lot of people out there that are irresponsible, pardon me, with weapons. A weapon never killed anybody. All right? It was the person behind the weapon. And not everybody should have weapons, but I do believe we should have weapons. I believe that's our constitutional right to have them. But in the day that we live in, I think that more caution needs to be taken in schools. I was a substitute teacher's aide for the Calcasieu Parish Board of Education when I lived in Louisiana. And we had sheriff deputies that were there during the day. The only thing I didn't like about that was when the class got real unruly, they would call the sheriff deputy in to straighten them out. And really that made him look like the bad guy. And I don't think that law enforcement, although some of it is not up and up, it should never be made to look like the bad guy. Because when I was growing up, you had Officer Friendly would come in once a year to your classroom. And that was a strange experience for me because, Officer Friendly came in one year and we all had a good time. And the next year, Officer Friendly came in, it was a whole different officer. And I walked up to him and I said, "You're not Officer Friendly." He said, "Yes, I am." I said, "No, you're not. You're not the guy that was here last year." I was just a kid. But nobody took the time to explain that to me either. So, but my heart goes out to those people up in Texas. Like I said, being from Connecticut and the Sandy Hook experience, and that was years ago, this seems to be an escalating problem. And I think that extra steps need to be taken. A lot of people are homeschooling now. And if you can discipline yourself to homeschool your children, and you can teach your children to discipline themselves to homeschool, I think it's a good thing. I think I remember when computers came into school, all right? And I think more and more children need to be homeschooled via computer at home, and that the government ought to supply that. Government ought to supply computers so kids can sit down at them during the course of a day and be schooled. I really do. Sorry to say that would put some teachers, out of business, but a lot of jobs are being replaced because of technology these days. And I think that some of them shouldn't be, but with the way things are looking today, that's definitely one that ought to be, because it's going to keep our kids safe more often than not. So that's my take on that, and prayers to the people up in Texas who lost children, and I'm hoping that somebody does something about this so that we never have to experience this kind of thing again. Because I can't imagine losing a child. I just can't ever imagine losing a child, especially that way. Anyway, but especially that way. So that's my take on that, and y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.